Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 52nd IPW. Wow, I was not there 52 years ago, but I'm sure it was spectacular. Hey, isn't it great to finally be back together after 2 long years? So good to see all of you, our friends in the media, together. It's truly amazing that we have the opportunity to be here in person and really start bringing our whole travel industry globally back to life. And what about the great news yesterday? Each one of you that are here are going to be able to say to your colleagues and your readers, I was there when the announcement was made and travel come back. And it totally changed the tone of the appointments yesterday. It was sort of like, when we're going to be open, now it's we are going to be open, and what a great opportunity. That was great news. Last night I was speaking to some people and got British Airways, Virgin, British Airways Holidays had their 4th biggest day in travel yesterday in their history. Lufthansa, phones ringing off the hooks, people in Las Vegas telling me at the hotels, people calling, I want to make my plans. So it certainly stimulated a lot of activity around the world yesterday. And what great timing to have it happen right here at IPW, I think is fabulous. IPW really plays a major role in us restoring our travel. It's a little smaller this year. We usually have about 6,000. We've got 2,600 registrants, 700 international registrants from 52 different countries here with us this week. Additionally, over 300 members of the media, so I thank all of you for the effort you made to get here. This is by far the largest international travel-related meeting in the U.S., and it's really, since the start of the pandemic, a signal of things to come. So I want to thank every one of you for being here and all the work that we're doing together to reconnect the United States with the world. Along with the rest of the U.S. travel industry, everyone worked tirelessly with the Biden administration to lift these restrictions and to reopen travel to vaccinated travelers. In June, we created a new policy blueprint for safely opening up the travel, and that was put together by 30 different organizations providing input. The blueprint was shared with the senior officials of the Biden administration. The document identifies policy principles, which every one of them they're put in place, and a lot of thought has gone into it with the administration, and making sure that as we open, we follow all the health and safety protocols. We also brought together leaders from some of the largest global companies on a call with the Biden administration to set a timeline for reopening our borders. And I think it's important that the date has been set that early November will be the details, because as happened yesterday, people now have the time to begin getting their plans. Airlines have the opportunity to start putting their schedules together, etc. And just a few weeks ago, 400 organizations in the U.S. signed a letter to the administration urging to address the visa processing delays and to really get things moving again. U.S. travel is reaching and span continents. Ahead of the G7 summit in June, U.S. travel joined leaders from Heathrow Airport, 6 international air carriers, and a press conference talking about opening international travel. We also conveyed the economic value of inbound travel to the administration, because there's so much at stake. This is not only about the travel economy, but it's about the total economy. So much happens, nothing happens when people make a trip, and all the jobs related to that. And while reopening air travel is a significant step, our land borders remain closed through October 21st, so I look forward to hearing some good news on that fairly soon. And having those borders closed, though, costs about $700 million to the U.S. economy. The U.S. travel projects that inbound travel will and definitely will recover. The current rate, economists are saying that it will probably take 4 years to get back to 2019. I personally, and my friend Chris Thompson, do not believe that. We think there's a coiled spring out there, and when this thing starts opening up, it's going to come along faster and bigger than anyone ever thought. We recall it after September 11th, people said no one would get on an international flight again. It'd be too dangerous. Followed by the greatest years of international travel in the world. After the 2008 recession, people said 1/3 of hotels in America would never open again. Followed by the biggest boom in hotel openings and travel in 10 straight years of every month being meant bigger than the rest. And we'll continue to emphasize that we've got to have the proper health protocols in place to reopen to vaccinated travelers to give confidence to Americans. An interesting fact, we're, as a country, growing in vaccination. We're approaching 60% of fully vaccinated in the U.S. but the travelers we're going to bring in are 100% vaccinated. So the message I always say, the people who will be coming into your community from all over the world are more highly vaccinated than the people in your community. We've got research from the Mayo Clinic that shows the risk of a person getting infected with COVID-19 boarding a flight from the UK to the US is 1 in 10,000. The same research shows the risk of an infected passenger transmitting a virus to another passenger is even lower, 1 in 1 million. And studies from the Harvard School of Public Health and the US Department of Defense also found the risk of contacting a virus on a plane is extraordinarily low. The truth is, travel bans are no longer protecting us from the virus. Vaccines are. And we'll continue to urge everyone to get vaccinated so we can quickly get back to what we love to do, traveling and traveling more quickly. We're going to push this international inbound travel, and it took a great deal of coordination by everybody.